Hey, good morning from South Jersey. It's the 15th of April, 6 a.m. Tuesday morning. I just want to touch base with you before I get ready to head out. I'm sure everybody's getting ready to head out shortly. I'm substituting fifth grade today. I like that grade. Fourth, fifth, and sixth graders are still, they're good. They're old enough to understand what you're saying and not be so needy, but they're not twisted yet, right? Into bad habits and everything. They can still be inspired. So, guys, let's get inspired. This craziness is coming to an end. Benjamin Netanyahu has had a warrant out for his arrest by Interpol, handed down by the International Criminal Court in Hague, Netherlands, since November. Interpol now has an arrest warrant out for Putin, handed down by the International Criminal Court in Hague, Netherlands, both for crimes against humanity. Of course, Putin with his involvement in Ukraine and Netanyahu in Gaza. Donald Trump is tight with both of them. And what's he doing here besides terrorizing us for the past 2.5 months? Removing DEI, removing safety and health inspectors, quality assurance people from very important positions throughout the country in a variety of fields. Transportation, nature, our national parks, manufacturing, food production, pharmaceuticals, you name it. And it's all coming back to bite him in the ass. Our economy's crumping. China's not going to deal with our shit. The Panama Canal, Hegseth, we're going to go on down there and do this, that, and the other. Listen, dumbass. China is not going to fight us over the Panama Canal. They've been maintaining it since 2017. Despite the fact that they put millions of dollars into their infrastructure and wanted to utilize the Panama Canal, guess what they're going to do now? North of the Panama Canal, which is the most narrow strait in that region, that's why the Panama Canal was dug there. North of that, they're going to build a rail system. They're building a beautiful port in the Gulf of Mexico, another beautiful port in the Pacific Ocean side. The rail system is going to go traverse the peninsula north of the Panama Canal, and these cargo ships are going to pull up and mechanically be unloaded of their cargo, placed on the train platform, shot across land to the other port, awaiting, reloaded onto that cargo ship, and they'll be on their way in a much shorter amount of time. The Chinese are not fooling around. Their cities are much more beautiful than ours. Their transportation systems are second to none. The quality of life in China is better than here. For everybody that wants to put down the Chinese are great people. When Pearl Harbor was bombed, and our retaliatory response was to what? Put the B-25s on the aircraft carrier with James Doolittle and bomb Tokyo, which we did. It was a morale booster. Wasn't very effective, but we still bombed Tokyo. Well, a lot of guys were killed, went down, or they were captured. And some, lucky enough, like James Doolittle, Colonel Doolittle at the time, he made his way through China and was assisted by the Chinese with a few other men to find freedom, to come home. Well, guess what? When the Japanese got wind of that and they trailed them and found that the Chinese did assist James Doolittle to seeking freedom, the Japanese murdered like 200,000 Chinese. Almost 250,000 Chinese were murdered because they assisted the Americans in World War II. I know we had our frozen, chosen Korean disagreement with them, and that was unfortunate. But the Chinese are a good people. I could go into the politics and what they do to their Western neighbors in Mongolia, and they're hard on those people. Everybody dumps on other people, and it's not good. But don't mess around with the Chinese. Here he is screwing around with China, one of the largest forces in the world, perhaps the largest forces. They're building naval warships at an astonishing rate. They have a production system now that is all electronic, mechanical, robotical. that they're building vessels at a very fast pace. They're going to outnumber the amount of ships that we have soon, if not already. And here we are embracing El Salvador and having the El Salvadorian president, this Joe Rico Suave, sitting in the Oval Office, which looks so gaudy, by the way. Could you put any more gold in there? The only thing missing in there is everybody having gold teeth. All the gold things on the mantelpiece and the gold trim and the gold and it's just so gaudy and stupid, just like him. It's all a facade. But you have Rico Suave sitting there from El Salvador saying he can't release this person. Donald Trump concurring, oh, well, see, he said he can't take it. El Salvador is the size of Massachusetts, Mr. Dealmaker, Mr. Power Broker. You're so passive-aggressive, you know? Well, I can't do anything about it. Well, I don't think the Supreme Court's going to agree with you. I think the Supreme Court is going to put a warrant out for Donald Trump's arrest, just like there's a warrant out for Putin and Benjamin Netanyahu by the Interpol police for crimes against humanity. What do you call this? The rounding up of our immigrants and placing them down in El Salvadorian prisons, now American citizens. Or non-criminals seeking asylum here, throwing them in prisons. Crime against humanity. So when Interpol does put the arrest warrant out, passed down by the International Criminal Court in Hague, Netherlands, the good people of the FBI and the U.S. Marshal Service, do your jobs. Secret Service, stand down. Military, you must know what's happening. You want Pig Hegseth still leading you? I don't think so. A Fox newscaster? Where's your pride? And that's all I'm going to say. It's at 7 a.m. I'm like you. I got to get ready. I'm downstairs here in my dragon's lair, so I don't wake up my mom. I'm substitute teaching now 3 days a week, 4th and 5th grade, because I don't know if I'm going to get my Social Security come August. Can't get on here and make threats against Musk and everything. I mean, I know there has to be a bigger plan. The news has to have been open enough where they've caught enough of these people. Arrests have to start being made now, globally. So my prediction, my hope is that by the end of April, very soon, arrests will be made. Pam Bondi should be in jail already. I can't stand any of them. Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro, Steve Bannon, Paul Manafort. You don't think they're all out there working for Donald Trump, whispering in his ear? Donald Trump doesn't know policy or what he should do. Who's leading him? Steve Bannon, who showed up on Bill Maher, that spineless little dweeb, with his tan. Steve Bannon, I mean. Round, fat face, lipless, crusty looking, pale face. Right now he shows up, lost a little weight, and got some sun. And talking about Donald Trump's going to run for a third term because he said so. Steve Bannon calls the shots, and he's at NAZI. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget Elon Musk slapping his chest and throwing his hand out there. He's at NAZI. So the thing is this, where are we going to celebrate when this all goes down? Lebanon, Kansas? You want to go up to, Woodstock, New York? Wherever you guys want, we'll do it. But how joyful we will be, and let's leave it like this, how joyful we will be when Kamala Harris and Tim Walz come back on the scene. The evil people that Donald Trump has surrounded himself with, oh my gosh, it is unprecedented. That little press secretary, Caroline, with the upside down mouth, praying before she goes out, praying to God, to Jesus, to give her the right words and the confidence and the sense of humor to go out there and what? Lie to the American people. Evil, evil, evil. And that's it. I haven't been on because I am trying to get back to work again. Like you, my mom's getting older. Concerns me. And here I am. I'm going to be 62, and I don't even know if I'm going to get my Social Security. Is this the kind of world that we want to live in? Our parents are getting older, seeing this Nazi presence in America? I believe it's coming to a head. And I pray and hope that Donald Trump is arrested soon. The gloves have to come off. The Supreme Court has passed, has said, what do you call it? It's not a law. What are they? The Supreme Court has made a statement. What do they do? Made a judgment? I don't know. But you can't not follow what they're saying to do. Anyway, I'm burnt out like you guys. Kamala, Tim Waltz, we're going to welcome you back. And we're just going to get through this week and keep looking. Rico Suave from El Salvador, calling the shots, supposedly. Donald Trump, it's like your father told you, no, we're not going to do it. And then calling your mother over to support his statement. Would your dad ever do that? No. Well, dad said would go. Mom rules the roost. But your father would never say, well, your mom even says. Your mom, let your mom tell you. He's not a man. Donald Trump is not a man. And his own father. Do you ever see clips of his father on top of the Trump Tower in the 70s? Fabulous, stupendous, wonderful. Everything is great. Just full of shit, demonic, evil. So tired to hear about the Trump gene. You don't have a deep gene pool. You're a shit businessman. Everything you've touched has gone to shit. Atlantic City, Trump Airlines, Trump Wine, Trump Steaks, Trump University, Trump. In fact, they want to say for Trump, I think we should all use this his name when you're going to say, instead of saying, I'm going to go take a dump, I'm going to go take a Trump. Get the Trump out of here. You're full of Trump. Who took my Trump? Anyway, 12 minutes, 20 seconds in. I'm burnt out like you guys. I'm going to go outside and ground and shower and get ready for work, just like all of you. At 61, I'm worried about, am I going to have to work for the next 10 years? And that's not right. It's not right for anybody. And the arrests have to come soon. And this week will tell us a lot. So it's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning, and we'll just see what happens today. All right? Peace out from South Jersey.